Hello everyone, my name's FlareBlitzed and welcome to my Let's Play of Clannad. This is a game that takes place in a school like a lot of other visual novels do, but it also goes into deep topics about how somebody deals with the unfortunate passing of a loved one, whereas with their other loved one they don't really get along with, so that's not great whatsoever, and you don't need to do that continuously, please. And while on his way to class one morning, he meets a mystifying girl named Nagisa. She's a delinquent like him, but only because she is repeating her senior year, unlike the perpetually tardy protagonist. From their brief encounter, Nagisa decides they should be friends, and is trying out their help to revive the school drama club. Okay, so school drama club. Drama. There's always some kind of drama within this world, and I know this intro is a bit long, but I want to get that down. So, new game. And also you have the option of changing the protagonist's name, but also doing so, you would also want to incline to remove the voice as well, which is what I've done. There's no voice lines. The world is covered in white. Snow. This is like the opening, I'm going to say, it's like the opening of Katara Sojo in some ways. Yes, it's snow. Even now it continues to fall, could mean its paleness. Ah, what can I be doing here? Better yet, how long have I been here? Who knows, my friend? My hand is buried in snow. My face is buried in snow. We're all buried in snow. It's all snow. It's holding on to something. I pull it out. It's a pure white hand. A girl's hand? Oh yeah, that's right. I wasn't alone. I wipe away the snow on her face. Her profile, sleeping peacefully, appears before me. Yes, this girl and I had always been together, here in this world. This empty, sorrowful world. This is Hoth from Star Wars. The entire planet is blanketed in snow. So what's going down and then in this game? I thought this takes place in a school and something like that. I hate this town. There's just too many memories here I'd rather forget. We all have memories that we'd rather forget, but without those memories we wouldn't be the people that we are today. Life isn't a smooth road after all. Every day is the same. Go to school, see friends, come home to a place I can't stand. Oh, God damn it, man. How could you say that? Let's see. Okay, that's log. Oh, that one's hide. Okay, so, and escape is that one there. Lovely. I love it when I am able to save a game. Good. So that little square one there is the hide one. Nothing new ever happens. I wonder if anything will change if I keep living like this. I'll change my name to Flare, by the way. I wonder if my life will ever change. There's nature almost everywhere you look around here, which is beautiful. I guess today is just another day of trekking through the mountains to get to school. Quite beautiful this is, actually. The trip would be so much easier if I could just level them all. If I were able to go in a straight line, I'd probably save myself 20 minutes. But a straight line is so boring. 20 minutes every day. How much time would that save me a year? Well, 20 minutes times 365. And then something along those lines. I try to do the math in my head as I walk. Ugh, can't figure it out. God dang it. Well, school. I don't see any other students from my school around. This is the main street to school too. Normally there are students everywhere, but for today it's just me and me alone. Because I like to go to school on Sundays. Today isn't a vacation day or anything like that either, so I guess that means I'm late. Responsible students don't just stroll into school at this hour of the day after all. Still, I continue walking at a leisurely pace, unfazed by my realization and the deserted scene before me. Have you walked into your own world, man? 200 meters left to the school gates. I stand still for a moment. I exhale dejectedly while gazing up at the sky. What is up there that will give you answers? Presented by Key. There stand the school gates, all the way up the ridge. Whose idea was it to put a school at the top of a giant slope anyway? The hill goes on like a never-ending nightmare. Come on now. This guitar solo has too many similarities. Number 1, it starts with snow. Number 2, the school itself is at the top of a hill. But one much shorter and smaller than mine. I look to my right, and there, my destiny is... Oh, hello there. A girl is standing there, just as still as me. I can tell from the colour of the school insignia on her uniform that she's also a third-year student. But she isn't so unfamiliar to me. Her short hair that comes to just above her shoulders flutters in the wind. Hello, she seems to be on the verge of tears. As a repeat offender of late arrivals, I'm not bothered one bit. She, on the other hand, seems far more concerned. The idea of getting to class this late must be pretty upsetting to her. You okay, madam? You alright there? It's okay. Do not worry. You're not alone. She's nodding herself, her head up and down with her eyes closed, as if telling herself something. It's okay, then she opens them. She stares at the school's gates. And, do you like this school? Do I like this school? Huh? Oh, she's not asking me. She's talking to somebody else. Someone in her head. I guess. There's only 2 of us around. I wonder how perhaps she replied. I really like it. But I know that sooner or later, everything changes. Yep, everything sure changes. There's no such thing as a continuation in life when it comes to the same thing. Everything changes. The fun things, the happy things, all of it. Hey, you know what? Other things change? Sad things, angry things, devastating things. Nothing can stay the same forever, exactly. She used to talk to herself awkwardly. It's what you do with the span of your life, rather than contemplating the span of life itself. Even if things change, will I still be able to enjoy it here? Come on now, you just have to find more. That's it. Oh, hi there. Huh? Did you only just notice now that I was here? It's okay. The girl looks at me surprised. It's almost as if she thought she was alone this whole time. Then you just have to find more things that are fun. More things that make you happy. That's all. That can't be too hard, right? The expression on her face. Ah, yes. I remember those days. What it felt like to be naive, simple. That's something we've all experienced. Come on. Let's go. Let us go into... We start to climb the hill. The long hill. This is a classic of a game. Achievement unlocked as the hill goes on. Clannad! Yeah, this is a very classical visual novel, which is why I wanted to get into it. I bought it quite a while ago on a Steam sale, but I just never got around to playing it up until today. Sunohara. The teacher calls the student's name. Absent as usual. I look to my side where Suhana's desk sits empty. His attendance rate is even worse than mine. And that's... I don't know what to say, but that's abysmally low. Last time I checked, my attendance rate was only today. But that's probably why we get along so well. He's really the only person in class I can have an honest conversation with. Nevertheless, today's classes begin. I spend them looking out the window. The teacher's voice goes in one ear and out the other. Class is finished. Bring the school day to an end. Sunohara never did show. In fact, the only person I've spoken to all day is that girl from this morning. It really is just another ordinary day. Since I'm not part of any after-school club, you really should, mate. I grab my empty bag, cut through a pack of jabbering students, and leave the classroom. And it is a lovely sunset scenario, don't you think? Like, there's something about sunsets which is just beautiful. Like, sunrise is also beautiful, but it's too early in the morning to see the sunrise, for goodness sakes. But there's something about sunsets. When in summer, it's too early to see sunrises. Like, I don't want to wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning just to see a sunrise. Ouch. I was told that she died in a car accident when I was still little. I don't even remember what she looks like. After her passing, my father sank into a pretty deep depression. Yikes. Yeah, losing the most important person in your life must do that. Probably due to the shock of it all. Using alcohol to numb his pain, he wastes away his days gambling. Ugh. A toxic combination. Alcohol and gambling. Because of that, a lot of my time as a kid was spent arguing with him, actually. But one day, our relationship took a turn for the worse. He got violent. Ugh. Ever since then, he's stopped showing his emotions. He's also stopped calling me just Flare. He's calling me Flare Cunt, as if we're nothing more than strangers. And indeed, he's turned into just that at this point. It's like he's retreating some kind of shell, as if he's trying to sever the past from the present. Nah. This is a thing about trying to escape from the past when you're still in the past. The more you're trying to run away from it, the more you're consumed by it. It's like quicksand. The more you try and climb out of it, the more you sink into it. It'd be better if he just pushed me away completely, or even just... No! For goodness sakes, I'd rather prefer the mentally pushing away part rather than being physically hit. Although, me personally, I'll defend myself. At least I know where I stand with him. But no, every time he sees me back home from school, he brightens up like an old friend is visiting and starts making small talk. It hurts. It hurts so much I can't stand being home anymore. That's why I stay out so late now. If I come home when I know he's asleep, I don't have to see him. It's why I go to bed at dawn. Of course, then I don't wake up until noon. I've been late almost every day since starting high school. I've spent my life like this for almost 3 years now. It's gonna have a long-term consequence on you, unfortunately, my friend. Today's no different either. I go home just to change out my school uniform and leave again before my father gets back. The routine practically feels ingrained at me at this point. That's the thing about an ingrained cycle like this. It's so hard to get out of because you're so used to it. I wander around town aimlessly until nightfall. No matter what, I always end up at the same place. On my way, I grab some takeout from one of the local restaurants. Dangopedia term-added bento. That's like a takeaway box. I carry it with me as I walk down the massive hill from this morning toward the school dormitory. Our school pays special attention to its club, so a lot of students come from more rural areas to enroll. Those students then live here for the next 3 years separated from their parents. Those kids are practically members of a different species when compared to somebody without any academical dreams. Like, come on man, you gotta have something that you excel at. And no, it's not called wasting your life away, that's not excelling at anything. Normally I wouldn't have anything to do with them, but Sunahara lives here. He used to be on a soccer team and was even accepted to this school because of how good he was. However, he lost his spot on the varsity team as a freshman after being suspended for getting into a huge fight with a student from another school. Well, that's probably a valid reason. By the time the following year's squad was decided, he was already an outcast within the team. He had no choice but to leave. He doesn't have the money to move though, so he still lives in the dorms where all the jocks are. Oh dear, how many times do I have to tell you? But the volume's nearly all the way down. Sunahara is standing there. He's in front of another room talking to another student about twice, yikes. That doesn't matter. These walls are paper thin so I can still hear you. Listen on your headphones or something. Come on, I can't afford those. Then don't listen at all. But I can't get into the zone without it. Plus, I think music's pretty cool anyway. You should listen to the lyrics next time. They're totally cool. I don't think you get it. I don't care if they're cool or not. You need to understand how pissed off I am right now. Seriously, if I hear you one more time, I'm kicking your ass straight out of here. And slam. He's obviously not that impressed by the sudden situation. Sunahara hangs his head, still standing in front of the now closed door. Damn it. Stupid rugby players. He mumbles the words under his breath. He won't be able to hear you like that, you know. Damn it. Stupid rugby players. Standing behind him, I repeat his words with a yell. Ick! Sunahara grabs my hand and drags me into his room. Yeah, there's a reason why you don't want me to hear it. I can hear angry yells of, "Hey, who was that?" resonating from the hallway. Oh dear, are you trying to get me killed? You're the one who said it. Listen, Sub-Todai. Yeah, I'm called Flare Sub-Todai. My relationship with those guys has been rocky at best lately, and I haven't been causing any trouble. Then let's go out with a bang. I still have another year left here, and you're just going to live in fear like this the entire time? Hey now, I don't back down from one-on-one fights, even if that means fighting one of the rugby guys. But he's not the only guy on the team living here. They're in all the rooms around us. I can't make trouble here. I'll be totally outnumbered. But I guess I wouldn't mind doing something crazy right before graduation. I'll be counting on you to have my back then. Alright? Great. I'll be sure to take a shot of my own at you while I'm at it. You're supposed to be covering my back, not stabbing it. I'm stabbing it with flowers and confetti. I'm on the rugby team side, you know? Since when? Oh, not now, but I will when all this goes down. What? Why? Did those 2 years we spent together mean nothing to you, really? Boom. The wall shakes. The rumble is followed by a quiet down. Ick. I'll kick the wall right. I don't think you should do that. No, don't. You get scared way too easily. Dude, put yourself in my shoes. He's crying now. Yeah, the difference is that he's living with these guys. Please, just don't make any trouble while you're here. Sure. His pathetic display has such an impact on me that I give in without thinking. Goodness sakes. Munch away, I settle down in the small area between the wall and Sunohara's ever-present that table and began to eat my dinner. Kotatsu. Don't know how to pronounce that. Sorry, could I have some tea? Get some tea. You think I'm gonna serve you tea? Hey, I said sorry. I don't care if you apologize or not, you're not getting any tea from me. What do you think this is? The cafeteria? We're in your room. I understand that. Uh-huh. And you're my maid here. Yeah, you definitely don't get any now. Please, I forgot to buy some. So is the idea of going out to buy us some yourself just not registering? But I thought you wanted to do anything you could to be of the service to me after I saved your life, no? What? That never happened. That's what you told me after I saved you, though. That man named Sunohara died long ago. Before you now stands your loyal attendant. I am but a simple tea servant. That's what you'll say to me. So, tea please? That's the worst story I've ever heard of. Which dimension did you pull that one off? Alright, could you just get me one last cup of tea then? I'm not getting you a last cup, just like I'm not getting you a first cup. Oh, but it's such a moving story. You definitely want to pour me some once you hear it. You seem done for, after suffering life-threatening injuries. But I, thirsty, ordered you to make me tea. So you summoned up the last drops of your strength to go brew some, even as you grovelled on all fours. And then, Mr. Sub-Todai, here is your tea, sir. And this cup will be my last. You died with a smile on your face. Man, I sound remarkably satisfied in that story. Well, this is exactly how you wish to go, after all. Nevertheless, I sit there, drinking that final cup of tea as I cried. See, moving, isn't it? So, I already told you no. Dear, I spend the rest of my time there reading a magazine. With no TV in a room and no tea, the only things I can really do are talk to Sunohara or read. About time to go to sleep. And that's not a fake your mother way. It was late, and the date has already changed over. Yeah, I guess so. One night I didn't cross was staying the night in Sunohara's room. Just the thought of waking up in the morning to someone like that is depressing. Alright, I'm gonna go take a shower then. Okay. Sunohara grabs an underwear and a towel out from under a heap of clothes in the corner of his room before leaving. That is one big heap of clothes. I prefer to avoid having to welcome Sunohara back to his room after a shower, so I'll leave while I still can. I close the magazine and get up off the floor. As I do, I find myself looking at a cassette player. There's a tape still sitting inside it. I try playing it. And comes out blaring music. Talk about lame. Who listens to this kind of stuff? Oh my goodness sakes. Oh dear, nothing like a good old prank, huh? The only downside is I don't record your own voice over it. Alright, I'll dub my own rap over it instead. I'll call it a rap dedicated to my close friend Sunohara. I can just imagine him being moved to tears by it. Here we go. I take a deep breath and press the record button. Yo, yo, my name is Subtodai. Yo, I string the words together at a good tempo. Yo, but then I can't think of anything else to say. Forget it. This is stupid. I quickly get discouraged. Why am I doing this for him? Considering our relationship, you probably couldn't even call us super close friends to begin with. I should just get going. I try to leave before Sunohara returns, and what has happened? Anything happened? Okay, Tuesday the 15th of April. Which year is it? Ah, this girl again. She's standing here again, just like yesterday. You again? Why can't you go up the hill on your own? Well, how can I put this? You don't have to tell me if you don't want to. You don't know me after all. Oh, alright. But you really should get to school on time like a good student. Well, unfortunately, Flare, that doesn't go for you as well, who is still here, who should be attending school, but your own fears and anxieties prevent you from going to school on time. But you're late for school, exactly. She points straight at me, her eyes burning right through my thinly veiled retreatance. Forget about me. I look away, unable to meet her gaze any longer. What am I doing acting all serious and getting on her case? I don't know her well enough to do that. She's absolutely right though. She's just as much of a delinquent as I am. Do what? Oh, come on, stop, don't be rude. I start up the hill without her. It's just... what drew me to her was the fact that she didn't really look like a bad student. That's all. Oh, please wait. A voice. It's hers. May I join you? Oh, you can't say no to that face. I look behind me to find her standing there quietly. Why? Well, I feel anxious going alone. It's kind of odd that she's asking me of all people, someone she doesn't even know. I mean, she has to have at least a friend or two, right? I look up the hill, squinting from the sun's blinding glare. But it's not too far away. And she's got no one else to go up with right now. I guess it wouldn't hurt. Stop saying do what you want. That comes across as rude. I start walking again after repeating myself. Please wait. What now? The girl's eyes me, looking as though she's decided on whether to say what's just popped into her head then. Anpan. A single word is all that comes out. What is an anpan? How should I even reply to something like that? Baguette? I don't really understand what you mean. You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to say that to you. So what, you like Ampan or something? Is that it? No, not particularly. But it's not as if I hate it. I guess I like it more than I dislike it. So, 60%, not half bad. Talk about beating around the bush. Oh, come on. Isn't like I really care either way. Alright, well, let's get going. Okay. There's a bit of newfound energy in her response. Be kind to those around you. Maybe there's some kind of weird magical spell she cast just now. Nah, it's just in your head, mate. Dun, tunk, tunk. Her footsteps make it sound like she's galloping behind me. What do you think she is, a horse or something? Right. Let's see what's going on. The bell rings, ending the period. Someone calls out to me unexpectedly. I turn to face the source. Hey there. Oh. Ryu Fujibayashi. She's a class president, I think. Or rather, she's a girl that's saddled with the responsibility of being the class president. If I remember correctly, she's Keiyu's younger twin. She insecurely darts her eyes left and right as she's standing next to my desk. Yeah? Here. She says she hands me a sheet of paper. A love letter? No, it's not. You are bold of me. Oh, come on. Give her some credit, for goodness sakes. She's trying to do her job as club president. It's not easy to just hand that to me directly. It's not a love letter. It's a chain letter then. It's kind of mean of you to hand it to me so nonchalantly. I don't think it's a chain letter either. Just look at the goddamn thing. Protagonist. A letter of Oh, for goodness sakes, man. What am I gonna do to get this protagonist back into shape? The thump. Fujibayashi blushes and presses the paper against my chest. It's the handout from this morning's homework. Oh, lame. I toss it in my desk drawer without so much as looking at it. It's probably nothing important anyway. You need something else? I think you should try to come to school on time more often. That's no concern of yours, right? But, I think it'd be better if you came on time. See if you can start picking on your classmates' attendance now that you are... It's not picking on them! Like... Do you realise, protagonist, you're the one who's been rude to other people? That's not it, but... Well... Her eyes start to water. I guess that was a little too much. Yeah, what do you mean little too much? That was way too much. And no, I'm not going to ignore her, for goodness sakes. I've done a dumb thing right there. The protagonist did a dumb thing. A big old dumb thing. I'm sorry, I went a bit too far. No, I was out of line. I'm sorry. Hey, Sub-Todai, don't make the class prez cry, okay? Otherwise her sister will come after you. It's okay, I'm not crying. As we see two streams of waterfalls coming out. You can't say that when you're on the verge of tears. In any case, since no tears have actually come out, let's just say she isn't crying. Well, I'll consider it. Oh, yes. But if you could, please try not to be late. With that, Fujibayashi takes out a deck of cards from her shirt pocket. Then, gently but clumsily, she begins to shuffle the deck. So with this... Oh, this was shuffles, not sniffles. Shuffle... Oh? Clatter. And the cards scattered splendidly across the floor. Oh. Flustered, she picks them up off the ground and starts shuffling again. She managed to do it this time. And now, Fujibayashi clumsily fans out the cards and hands them out towards me. And... What's this? It's a card trick. Go ahead. Should I pick one? Please pick... Okay, 3. I've not heard of this one. I have no clue what's going on. Is she trying to show me some sort of card trick? Can you not see that she's offering you cards, so therefore there should be some kind of small indicator that there is a card trick going on? In any case, I take 3 cards. Right, I've picked the Ace of Spades, the Ace of Spades, and the Ace of Spades. Yes. Please show them to me. Here. She stares at the 3 cards I've chosen. Oh. Sub-Todai-kan, you'll be late tomorrow. No, that's just a fact. Is she trying to pick a fight? Hey, did you just tell me to come on time? What's this about? On your way to school tomorrow, there'll be an old lady who'll have trouble crossing the street. You'll be late because you help her. Okay, well, at least that's a more valid reason to be late for school. It's because somebody on your way is having troubles, and then... Okay. But she'll be grateful for your help and give you some money for your trouble. Wait a second, why is your fortune so detailed? Oh dear. I wouldn't believe that if you were using tarot cards, much less playing cards. Yeah, I thought this might be tarot cards. How can you possibly tell all that would happen with just numbers and suits? you could say that about any kind of situation. Okay, let's see. What about those two in the corner there? They're having a friendly chat. Do you think they'll be boyfriend and girlfriends? Well, not really. They could just be friends. But it's a girl's intuition. I can tell you that they will be boyfriend and girlfriend. And they will be entrepreneurs for the next 5 years. And they'll be millionaires. No, wait, billionaires. Because they'll come up with the next cryptocurrency that will overwhelm the world. It's called Flarecoin. I'll probably look on Google, look at like different cryptocurrencies, and Flarecoin would already be a thing. Her sixth sense is in full force, sir. On top of that, she's pretty confident about it. Could it be that you actually don't want me to come to school? But that's not it. It's just what the fortune says. Okay then, I absolutely won't be late tomorrow. Even if I come across an old lady in trouble at this cross... Mean. I don't think that's exactly. It's not nice. I think you should help others when they are in need. Exactly. No. I hate this protagonist already. He's so mean to others. But ding dong. Oh, there. The bell is ringing. Go back. Wow. Yes. Upon me saying so, Fujibayashi heads for her seat with her shoulders drooped. She's making me feel depressed. What do you mean? You're making her feel sad. Why is she making you feel depressed when you're the only one who's bullying her? Please, don't take the fortune too seriously. She says and trots to her seat. Maybe she's really trying to pick a fight. No, she's not picking a fight. It's just your perception is so dull and clouded. Having been told such a weird fortune, I am feeling kind of blue. Blue isn't ill. As I rest my head on the top of the third period, I hear a loud bang come from the seat next to mine. And I could see that Tsunohara has slammed his bag onto the table. What's wrong? You seem to be in a bad mood. It's not even noon. Oh, I woke up feeling great. Had a fantastic morning. That's good to hear. It's what happened after that puts me in such a bad mood. After I eat breakfast, I normally make myself some coffee and go back to my room. Nothing makes me happier than having a little moment of peace and quiet right before I get my day started. Okay, come on, hurry up. Get the story going already. And just like every other morning, I push the play button on my cassette player and start drinking my coffee. I like to relax to the sounds of my favourite hip-hop songs. Not only that, it's a one-of-a-kind mixtape with all my favourites on it. Ah, so grateful. Sip. Yo, yo. It made me spit my coffee out everywhere. Why were my awesome songs replaced with your nonsensical rap? Did I do that? Yeah, you introduced yourself at the beginning. My name is Sub Todai. It's my long-lost brother or sister. Oh yeah, I did. That tape was one of a kind, man. It had all my favourite songs on it. Don't get so mad. I was trying to do something nice for you. Even if you were any good, I'd still be mad at you. Why? I was rapping to you about all of your best qualities. What qualities? It sounded to me like you couldn't think of a single nice thing to say. Well, yeah, actually, that's true. I couldn't come up with anything when it came down to it. Sorry. Man, what you did was mess up. Huh? Are you saying I'm in the wrong here? Of course I am. How would this be anything but your fault? Not only that, you left it on record and went home. You wiped out everything after your stupid freestyle. Who cares about those lame old songs? I do. They were the best of the best. Give them back. You know that's impossible. Then go rent the CDs again and remake the whole mixtape. I'll make another recording and try harder next time. How's that? That's a pretty good compromise, right? No, don't ever record over my tapes again. In fact, don't ever touch them. Damn it, what did I do to deserve this? You learned a good lesson. Always be sure to break off the recording protection tape on the cassettes you love. Even if I did, I'll bet he'd just put tape over it and record anyway. Okay then. Then the lesson obviously is to hide the things that are important to you. We wouldn't be having this issue if you just kept your hands off my stuff. You know what, Sunohara has a point here. Don't ever come into my room again. Sunohara yanks his chair out and sits. I'm sleeping till noon, don't bother me. Do you just wake up? Yes, but someone ruined my nice relaxing morning, so I'm going back to sleep. Once he finishes his rant, he rests his head on the table, exhausted from the tirade. Yes. Well, if this is cassette tapes, then this is definitely like pre-CD days, so like the 90s or something like that, or even 80s. Yawn slightly, maybe I caught his drowsiness. I look down at my desk to figure out what subject 4th period is. The thin textbook means English grammar. Okay, that last bit of yawn there was fake. That teacher constantly calls on me. Ugh. No way, we're not going to skip through class, we're going to sit through class. We're going to be a changed individual. No longer we're going to skip out on classes, we're going to go to the class, sit through class. Sunohara's sound asleep. Hey, Sunohara. I grab his shoulders and give him a good shake. Huh? Hey, the teacher just called on you. What? Seriously? What's the question? It's a register, you fool. You have to sing a song by Alice. Okay. Sunohara jumps. Oh my goodness sakes, this is so hilarious. Yo, holy fuck the cat. He screams out the lyrics. The teacher turns around his chalk still held on the blackboard. What was that, Sunohara-kan? Huh? You're rolling thunder. I didn't call on you. The sound of muffled laughter begins to envelop the room. Subtotal, are you blank? You embarrassed me in front of the whole class, man. And you recorded over my favourite mixtape. I'll give you an unag pie later to make up for it. How's that supposed to help? Because they taste great? Well, yeah, but... whatever. So, what should we do for lunch? If you have money, let's go somewhere off campus. I'm broke. The school cafeteria it is, then. Come on, it can't be that awful. The two of us walk down the hall. Sunohara suddenly leaps into the air as he reaches for the ceiling, apparently showing off how high he can jump. Did you see that? I just hit the ceiling with my first knuckle there. Impressive, right? I'm dazzled beyond words, let me tell you. Yeah, and I'm not even trying my hardest either. If I gave it everything I had, I'd tear my uniform. So, you know, that's why I only half did it. Sure, how thoughtful of you, because you always cared so much about that uniform. It's as crowded as ever. It'll be fine, though. We just have to push a freshman. No, we're not pushing people out the way. Okay, this is our seat. Sunohara says with a smile to a bunch of freshmen who are seated and chatting. I don't want them to associate me with him. I buy a food ticket but exchange it for a bowl of Katsumi Oden. I bring it to an open seat near the corner of the room and sit down by myself. Whoa, hold on, Subtodai. I just got us these seats over there. Sunohara comes running to me holding his lunch tray. He quickly notices I have no intention of getting up and moving to the seat she just forced me upper classmen out of. Okay, this is my seat then. Get out of the way, please. He tries to move a student in front of him just like he tried to do it for freshmen so he could sit next to me. But the student is another third year, and he's on the rugby team. And on top of that, he's sitting with the rest of his rugby pals. What? You want us to move while you're still in the middle of our meal? Sorry, I thought you were a freshman. So you would have made me move while I was still eating if I was a freshman? No, of course not. Wait a minute. That's the guy who kicked me out of my seat the other day. A freshman of the rugby club who's sitting with them loudly announces the fact. Hey, thanks for snitching on me. Okay, I get what's going on here. Come on, we're taking this out back. This sort of big misunderstanding. Sunahara, you got yourself into a big mess there. Sunahara gets grabbed by the nape of his neck and... he's dragged off. I'll leave the cafeteria as soon as I finish my lunch. Whew, that was a disaster. Oh no. Look at that girl. You see her over there? The girl by the window is pointing outside and talking to a friend next to her. She's eating bread on her own. It looks like she's munching away at it as fast as she can. Isn't that cute? I wonder what class she's in. I haven't seen her around much. Their words are enough to give me an idea of who it is. As I join the two in looking down on the courtyard, I see a girl sitting on the side of some stone steps eating by herself. It's her. Let's go down to the courtyard, but we are going to leave things off here, folks, for a moment. I'm loving this already, both comedic value, but also as well the tragedy of what happened with the protagonist and all that jazz. It's not even jazz, it's just story-related stuff. So thank you so much for watching, guys. Hope you're enjoying as much as I am. We will see each other on the next time of Clannad. Thank you so much for watching. Take care of yourselves.